Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen, was salatu was salamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursaleen, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. मेरे प्यारे आका सल्लल्लाहु ta'ala alayhi wa sallam के प्यारे दीवानों, when we study the life and the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, we see that there were many miracles that were shown by Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, many mu'jizat that Allah Azza wa Jalla granted His beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Some of the miracles of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam were the splitting of the moon into two, bringing the sun which had set to come back, water flowing from the blessed fingers of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam on a number of occasions, stones, rocks, pebbles reciting the kalima, rocks and pebbles giving salam, saying durood and salam upon Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, trees coming out of the ground and coming and conversing and talking and testifying about the prophethood of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, animals talking to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, leaning against the dead tree trunk and that tree trunk crying out of love for Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Subhanallah. These are just some of the miracles of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. And the greatest miracle given to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam is the Holy Quran, subhanallah, which we still have with us today. And one of the greatest miracles after the Holy Quran is the miracle of Al-Isrā wal Miraj, the Night Journey and Ascension of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, which was granted to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam on the night of the 27th of Rajab. No human, no jinn, no prophet, no messenger, no angel was granted this great honor that was granted to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. The Miraj was granted on the 27th, on the night of the 27th of Rajab by Allah Azza wa Jalla to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Muhaddithun, they have stated that details of the Isra wal Mi'raj have been narrated by approximately 34 companions of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Different companions, including Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Uthman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, Sayyidina Abdullah bin Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, as well as a number of other companions. May Allah be pleased with them all. They all reported and narrated on different aspects of the Miraj of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. I want to concentrate on one aspect of the Miraj and the lesson that we can take from the Miraj of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam to use in our daily lives in this day and age. We hear about the details of the Miraj from our scholars, we read in books, and we hear from the speeches of our scholars, of our Muballighs, of those who preach the religion to us. And I don't want to concentrate on the details, I want to just concentrate and focus on one aspect. Firstly, let us look at the background surrounding the Miraj, when it took place, what were the events surrounding it. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam had spent over 10 years preaching the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jalla, preaching La ilaha illallah to the people of Makkah over 10 years. And a handful, a small number of people had accepted Islam. The first lesson we get from this is when we do anything, especially dini work, religious work, propagational work, when we are inviting people towards Allah Azza wa Jalla, towards obedience of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, if we have some setbacks, if we do not have instant success, we should not lose hope. We should not give up. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam was the truthful prophet of Allah Azza wa Jalla, his beloved prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. And for 10 years, over 10 years, he is preaching, inviting people to Allah Azza wa Jalla, and a handful, a small number have accepted his message. Did he lose hope? Did he lose heart? It's the first thing we would do. We'd quit after a couple of months, maybe a year or two. He did not lose hope. He did not give up hope. He did not lose heart. He continued. And finally, Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam decided to visit the city of Taif, a city, a town 50 miles away from Makkatul Mukarramah. And he went there, and we know what happened in Taif. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was attacked. He was wounded. He was insulted. He was run out of town. Blood flowed on the body of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. That would be enough to dishearten anybody. Was he disheartened? Allahu Akbar. And then around the same time, just shortly afterwards, the beloved wife of 25 years of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, Sayyida Khadijatul Kubra radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she passed away. She was a great rock, a great support, a great comfort for Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. The first one to believe in him and accept faith in him. She passed away. And then his uncle, his compassionate uncle who had given him protection, saved him from the attacks of the Quraysh. Janab Abu Talib, he passed away. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam later described this year as the year of grief, Amul Huzn, the year of sadness, the year of grief. It was in the shadow of all these events. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was at a low point. He was not disheartened, but he had all this sadness and grief surrounding him. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. It was with the background of all of this that Allah Azza wa Jalla granted his beloved one of the greatest miracles that he has granted any of his prophets. The night journey, the ascension, the night journey in a portion of the night from Makkatul Mukarramah, from Masjid Haram to Masjid Aqsa, and then the ascension from Masjid Aqsa up through the heavens, up past Sidratul Muntaha to meet with Allah Azza wa Jalla. Dana fatadalla fakana qaba qawsayni aw adna, 2 bows lengths apart, or even closer than that. Subhanallah. The lesson for us and the message I want to leave with you for today, with this clip, all the grief that was surrounding Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, all the hardships he had to face in order to propagate the truth, in order to get the message of La ilaha illallah out there, all this grief, all this hardship that he put up with, he did not lose heart, he did not lose hope, he did not give up. He kept going. Why? Because he knew that the truth is on my side. And sometimes, the lesson for us, sometimes when things seem at their bleakest, when things seem darkest, that is when the help of Allah Azza wa Jalla arrives. This year of sadness, attacked in Taif, ran out of Taif, his beloved wife passing away, his beloved uncle passing away. This is when Allah Ta'ala granted one of his greatest miracles to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. When we are at our lowest, when we feel that there's no hope, when we feel that nothing we can do can make a difference, we will not find success anywhere, sometimes that is when the help of Allah Azza wa Jalla will arrive. Especially when we are doing, whether it's religious work or whether it's work around the home, worldly work, beneficial work, or religious work, dawah work, dini work, tabligh work. We hold ijtimas, only a few people show up. Do not give up hope. We hold a program, a large gathering, and not many people show up. Do not give up hope. We are doing it for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jalla. We are doing it in obedience to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Sometimes when we are at our lowest, in tansurullah yansurkum, you help Allah Azza wa Jalla, and Allah Azza wa Jalla will help you. Helping Allah, Allah does not need our help. Helping Allah Azza wa Jalla means help the religion of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and He will help you. This is our duty. This is one of the greatest lessons from the Meraj of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, that when we experience some setbacks, when we experience some losses, when we experience what we consider to be taking a backward step, do not lose hope, do not lose faith, do not lose heart. Sometimes that is when the help of Allah Azza wa Jalla will arrive. The Isra, the Mi'raj, is mentioned in the Quran in two different places, and we will learn about that from our scholars in speeches, inshallah, where Allah Azza wa Jalla describes the night journey and He describes the ascension of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. But always remember, Isra wal Mi'raj is a great lesson for us to never give up hope. Never give up hope in the help of Allah Azza wa Jalla arriving. We have to have faith in Him and continue doing what we have to do, regardless of the results, regardless of the success or lack of success. Keep doing what we have to do. Undoubtedly, the help of Allah Azza wa Jalla will arrive. May Allah Azza wa Jalla grant us the blessings of this sacred night. May Allah Azza wa Jalla guide us to safeguard the beautiful gift that was given to the beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam on this blessed night, the gift of salah, the gift of namaz. May Allah Azza wa Jalla guide us to safeguard and protect and punctually perform the salah, which was the gift of the night of Mi'raj. Allah Ta'ala मुझे आपको सबको तौफीक रफ़ीक अता फरमाए, कहने सुनने से ज़्यादा हमें अमल की तौफीक अता फरमाए. May Allah guide us to speak the truth, to hear the truth, to act upon the truth, and to propagate the truth. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. Wa ma alayna illa al-balag. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.